Pas.
Oke, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Uh, right now, my group want to explain about our segment, and the topic is semantic dimension. For the first, who want to explain about this topic is my partner Adani. Your time.
Okay, thank you, Zaid. First, learning objective. Semiotic apart form discourse analysis that study meaning with use sign or symbol. In the context of discourse, semiotics provides a framework for analyzing how meaning is created and interpreted in communication. Discourse analysis is the study the study of how language is used in social, cultural and political contexts, while translation is the process of changing a text from one language to another. Discourse analysis helps to understand the broader context and meaning of a text, which is important in translation to ensure that the translation is accurate and appropriate to its communicative purpose. What is semiotic? The study of signs and how they produce meaning. Semiotic studies anything that represents something else, whether in language, image, symbols, or even action. In short, semiotics is the study of communication and meaning through sign system. Then, what is semiotic dimension? The semiotic dimension in various fields explore the relationship between signs, objects, and interpretants within a system of meaning making. It encompasses the study of how signs are used, how they relate to their objects, and how they are interpreted. Type of semiotic dimension. First, scientext. Scientext is information that used to relate with grammatical or language structure in a certain context on the focusing discourse. Second, semantic. Semantic is part of language linguistics that revert to meaning in a certain context. Third, pragmatics or function. Pragmatic is part of language linguistics that revert to intent, meaning, or communicative goals until in the context of reader can be understood, of meaning in context and message should be received. Semiotic symbols. Symbols is a key element in semiotic that has a certain meaning, whereas in semiotic is the study of signs and symbols, including how they are used and interpreted. Example, traffic signs. The picture on the side is a traffic sign which is useful as a traffic control tool which provides information, instruction, commands, or prohibition to road user to maintain security, order, and smooth traffic flow, such as the no parking sign, which is only symbolized by the letter P with a cross-out letter. In the meaning of symbol have to mean and semiotic the study of knowledge to meaning of sign or symbol in certain contexts and especially in discourse. Cohesion in translation. Cohesion in translation refers to the cohesion or clear and coherent relationship between sentences and paragraphs in a translated text. This ensures that the translated text feels natural and easy to understand for the reader, similar to the original text. In more detail, cohesion in translation includes several aspects. First, a relationship between sentences. Translation need to use conjunction, pronouns, or traditional phrases to connect sentences in a paragraph. Second, lexical coherence. Translator must ensure that the words used in the translation are interconnected and form a clear network of meaning. Third, reference and substitution. Translators need to use reference and substitution to avoid repetition and maintain clarity. Fourth, ellipsis or omission. Translators can use ellipses to remove redundant or unnecessary words, but still maintain the integrity and meaning of the sentences. Fifth, grammatical cohesion. Translators also need to pay attention to the use of conjunctions and appropriate sentences structure to maintain grammatical cohesion between sentences. For the next part will be explained by Zaid.
Okay, for the next is thematic and information structure in translation. Definition: thematic structure in the context of linguistic and textual analysis refers to how information is organized and presented within a text, particularly how themes are developed and progressed across sentence. It involves examining the relationship between the theme, what the sentence is about, and the rhyme, the information that develops the theme. Example, the dog barked loudly, the noise waked the neighbor called the police. This example shows a continuous thematic progression where the rhyme of one sentence, the noise, becomes the theme of the next sentence. Information structure. Information structure is the way a speaker or writer organizes information in speech or writing so that is easily understood by listeners or readers. Information structure explain how the information conveyed is related to the level of knowledge possessed by the listener or reader. Example, the dog, it is now sleeping on the couch. The dog is given information. It is a pronoun referring to the dog. Sleeping on the couch is new information. Elaboration, thematic structure involves analyzing how themes are distributed and how they connect across sentence. Second, different language may have different thematic structure, so translator must adapt accordingly. And the third example include the use of it cliffs in English to highlight information. It was the book that according to tonality. And the last, thematic structure also considers how themes are developed and how they relate to the overall message of the text. Information structure focus on how new and old information are presented, with new information typically being placed later in clause or sentence. Second, information structure is influenced by factors like the context of the text and the speakers or writer's intent. For example, the first sentence of a paragraph often introduces a new topic, while a subsequent sentence builds on the information. And the last translator need to consider how information structure affect the flow and clarity of the text, especially when translating between language with different information structuring conventions. Impact on translation. Translators must be aware of both thematic and information structure in the source text and how they might need to be adapted in the target language. For instance, the use cliff structure in English might not be directly translatable into other language. Even thematic structure can be necessary to ensure the translated text is natural and clear in the target language. And the last, understanding information structure help translator ensure the new information is presented effectively and the text is easy to follow for the target audience. Okay, right now, benefits of cohesion thematic and information structure in translation. Okay, we are going to start with cohesion. Cohesion, the way text elements are connected significantly, benefit translation by ensuring a smooth and understandable flow for the target audience. By maintaining or adapting cohesion, translator can translate text that is not only grammatically correct, but also reads logically and naturally, making it meaning accessible and engaging for the reader. Here's more detailed look at the benefits. Improve readability and comprehension, enhance, enhanced flow the engagement, accurate expansion of the source text, increase credibility and trust, and the last, cultural and conceptual appropriateness. Cohesion, thematic, and information structure. Thematic and information structure analysis in translation benefits by clarifying how information flows and organized in both the source and target text, ensuring a more accurate and effective translation. This approach helps translator understand how the author structures the message and facilitates a more coherent and comprehensible translation for the target audience. Improve clarity and cohesion, prevention of authorial intent, more effective communication, facilitates textual equivalence, enhance understanding of textual dynamication, better translation of complex text, avoidance of translation error. Don't forget, understanding cohesion and thematic structure empowers used to critically analyze text and message by recognizing how signs connect and how information is structured when can decipher meaning and interpret message more effectively, leading to a deeper understanding of communication itself. Okay, that's all our team explain about the semantic dimension. So thank you for your nice attention. Jelas Aisyah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.